Okay, now Donald Trump has announced a temporary pause in US military strikes on Iran's energy infrastructure, making a potential turning point in the ongoing US-Iran war. The move comes after 2 days of direct talks between Washington and Tehran. Now, something which Iran has actually denied. Iran is actually making statements that Trump is buying time and all that. So this is also actually confusing. Now, Trump said the US will pause all planned attacks on Iran's energy and power infrastructure for 5 days. This is what a climb down for the US president. Let's see how this develops. The pause is conditional depending on how talks progress, and Trump described the discussions very good, very productive. The talks will continue through the week. In his statement, Trump said both sides are exploring a complete and total resolution to the conflict, and this is the first concrete sign of de-escalation after more than 3 weeks of intense conflict. Actually, oil has also responded. It is down 10%, crude oil. Both sides showed no willingness to step back. Military strikes were continuing and expanding, and in fact, during the weekend also, the nuclear sites were now coming in the picture. Global concerns were rising over a wider regional war. The pause suggests diplomacy may be gaining ground, even if temporarily. What led to this pause? Number one, back channel talks. Though Iran has denied any back channel talks, US and Iranian officials held 2 days of direct conversations, which are described as in-depth, detailed, constructive by President Trump. Number two, earlier signals from Trump. Just days before the announcement, Trump had indicated the US wanted to open dialogue, but faced difficulty due to losses in Iran leadership. Number three, rising global stakes. Tensions around the Strait of Hormuz added urgency. Iran reportedly refused to discuss reopening the route. The strait handles a major share of global oil trade. Iran has framed the US move very differently, as I said. In fact, Iran has said that, he's saying all this to lower oil prices and to prepare. This is why the talks of de-escalations are being done. The pause is also being described as a retreat by the US, Tehran claims. And also, Tehran says that Washington has backed down after warnings. During the weekend, the warnings were issued by the US and by the Iran to each other. Any US attack on its energy infrastructure would trigger retaliation targeting energy facilities across the region. Iran had made such warnings. The situation remains uncertain and highly fluid, actually very confusing. The talks between both sides are ongoing. The 5-day window is critical. Military action could resume if diplomacy fails. Key questions remain, like will the talks lead to a formal ceasefire or agreement? Can both sides agree on energy security and shipping routes? Will tensions in the region ease or escalate again? So the US decision to pause strikes signals a rare diplomatic opening in a rapidly escalating conflict. However, with both sides maintaining hard positions, the next few days will determine whether this leads to lasting de-escalation or just a brief pause in hostilities. Anyway, the world is on the edge and watching with a close eye.